Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another video. And actually, there's something I want to get real quick, because the film I'm talking about is The Alien Dead, directed by Fred Olen Ray. Now, Fred Olen Ray has directed quite a few films. He's still directing to this day. He even made a film called Sniper. There's another title with it, but I forget what it is. But Sniper, it's a sniper movie with Steven Seagal and Rob Van Dam. So Fred Olen Ray is still working today. This is one of his first films, The Alien Dead. Yes, a film so fucking bad that in order to try to sell it, they had a videotape that looked like The Evil Dead. They stole The Evil Dead's poster, took the evil out, and put Alien in it. And that's the picture that will be used. The Alien Dead with the Evil Dead poster. That's how they try to sell on VHS. That's how fucking bad this is. But yeah, somehow this gets a DVD release. And a 25th anniversary DVD release. But here's a Fred Olen Ray film I enjoy. Deep Space. Starring Charles Napier, Murdoch from Rambo First Blood Part 2. You also have Bo Svensson, Ann Turkel, Ron Glass. I enjoy this film. The only problem is, well, there's a couple of nitpicks, but the main one, it's too dark. We'll love a new transfer. But yeah, this film's never been on DVD, so you're never going to get that. Even the one on Netflix, or whatever you want to call it, still, it's too dark. There's a VHS overseas, but only on overseas, and you can't play those VHS tapes overseas in your United States videotapes, or VCRs, I should say. But yeah, there's a VHS overseas that the picture quality is better, but again, you cannot play that in your VCRs in the US. And years ago, I talked to Fred Olen Ray, and I'm like, hey, I enjoy this film, will this ever be on DVD? He's like, yeah. Then years went by, and I contacted him again. He's like, no, I couldn't get the money. Didn't have any money. But yet you have money to release this film on DVD. But not this one? This one deserves it more. And I want to talk more about that than The Alien Dead. 1980 film. The best part of this film, it's only an hour and 14 minutes. The worst part of this film is still an hour and 14 fucking minutes. I will admit, I saw this with my good friend Mike OCP, which I didn't have to pay him $100, but I made him sit with it with me because he was experienced with this film since he'd seen it twice now. One for this trash cinema he was doing a long time ago, and the other for his book that he's writing. And this film is just a very incompetent production. It's a very cheap production. Makes sense. It cost about $12,000. So part of me is like, okay, can I really be that mad at a film that only cost $12,000? But it's still a really bad movie. I mean, I would still say Alien 2 on Earth I hate more. At least of this marathon that I'm doing. Because Alien 2 on Earth just, well, it was longer. And it felt longer. At least this, there were parts I could laugh at. But I would not put this in the so bad it's good category. Like Troll 2 or Don't Go in the Woods or something like that. It's a very bad audio, bad video quality, not just on, just with the film itself, not on whatever DVD, Blu-ray you get on, just on the film itself. Bad audio, bad video at times. It fades in and fades out when people are in the middle of talking. Or awkward cuts that feel like as if certain things went in the shredder. The editing shredder. There's an editing shredder, just parts missing. There's bad dubbing, this sounds like, even though everyone's here is American. You have an opening where you have a guy typing, and Mr. Griffith. Well, actually, before that, it's a guy typing, and he's narrating. And I'm like, yeah, you're narrating because no one wants to read your fucking shit that you're writing. Because your shit that you're writing is too fucking boring. And then it cuts to two people in a lake, a man and a woman, shot day for night, And Mr. Griffith sounds like he's Billy Bob Thornton from Sling Blade. Yeah, them gators all moved. There's pollution. Just talking shit. And the redneck woman, hey, y'all, you know, what all them gators and the pollution and shit. And she doesn't even curse, but all this pollution, where's the gators, Mr. Griffith? Come on, Mr. Griffith. Or, all right, Mr. Griffith. And it's like, may I have the gun? And I'm like, yeah, may he have the gun, so is he going to shoot the director in the face? But, and at times, a gun will click, and then it'll shoot later, so at times it seems it's off as fuck. Like, I'm hearing click, 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 but I don't hear the gunshots at the right time. That's what I mean, it's a very just... If you and a couple buddies went out and shot a film, that's pretty much what it is. But at the same time, you're trying to sell it probably in theaters, and hey, maybe I should give credit to him because hey, $12,000, but I'm like, man, if I had $12,000, I'd just keep it. It'd be put into better use. Then you have these really cheap opening credits. Well, first off, one bit of dialogue that I was trying to decipher, because these two people on the lake, because they're wondering why are the gators not there? Where are all the gators? And one mentions the cold light of science. What the fuck does that mean, the cold light of science? I have no idea. Someone tried to decipher that for me, because I don't get it. You have music that sounds like a Casio is getting raped. Sometimes it sounds like a cat just got drunk and decided to stumble on the keyboard or stumble on the fucking piano. Or as my friend Mike says, sometimes it sounds like wind chimes are fucking. And then you get this really cheap opening credits where it's almost as if you're in class in middle school, you're in science, looking at an old film and old footage of outer space. It was funny is on the soundtrack they put the sound of wind. And I'm like, we're looking at outer space and you have the sound of wind? Don't think there's wind in space. But hey, what do I know? People, they're shooting a couple actors in a room talking. One of them is the sheriff, Buster Crabbe, from the original Flash Gordon. I believe this is one of the last films he did before he died, which is sad. And Buster Crabbe plays a guy named Kowalski who's just, he's a sheriff and he's an asshole. That's all you know about his character. And that's what I'm talking about with the editing. This guy's talking and he gets cut off mid-sentence. It like fades in and fades out to black really quick, as if it was a made-for-TV movie, but it's not. There's these weird fade-ins, fade-outs at times. To jump ahead, the story is a meteorite came down. I guess there was a houseboat, and maybe hit the houseboat, but I don't remember doing that because they didn't have the budget. And then, because this thing hit the lake, people got turned to zombies. And people who kill get up and kill. But going back, these zombies, of course, you have a $12,000 movie, so you can guess what kind of makeup they have. Just, here's a cheap mask, let's put some shit on your face, here's some sludge on your face, that's pretty much it. One woman gets thrown literally about 2 feet onto the grass, and by getting thrown 2 feet onto the grass, she dies from it. Maybe she died from shock, I don't know. Maybe she got surprised to death from the zombie. Our lead is a reporter, and he's looking at information why the gators are not there and so forth, and she meets a girl named Shawn Michaels. Which, of course, is before Shawn Michaels and WWF, but still, it's weird. People referring to this girl as Shawn Michaels. She's just a sexy girl. She likes to twirl, 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 and twirl, twirl. She likes to suck the dick, cause she's a fucking hit. She's a hit. Just like, I'd rather see Shawn Michaels in a zombie movie. I mean, Sad to say that crappy movie, Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies, that's a better movie than this, because at least I had Roddy Piper. I miss Roddy Piper. I would have that movie just for Roddy Piper. Even though I hated the movie, I liked Roddy Piper in it. But man, I miss Roddy Piper. You know, yeah, that's a better movie than this. So you have a girl named Shawn Michaels. Then you have a guy that looks like a redneck, even more redneck version of the Big Boss Man, trying to do the twirl on his nightstick, and one time he like drops it and then tries to play it cool. So if you want to be, there's one Big Boss Man who I think is going in the Hall of Fame WWE, which is cool because I like the Big Boss Man. So you have a wannabe Big Boss Man, you have a girl named Shawn Michaels, and then the sheriff is called Kowalski. I'm like, what, Killer Kowalski? Is Hulk Hogan going to come in too? It would make the film better, to be honest. So this girl's named Shawn Michaels, and she's not super kicking anybody, not super kicking zombies, which is too bad. The lead and the girl meet the girl's Poppy, or Pappy. Poppy would be a different thing, but meets her Pappy. They're eating something. The guy's like, what is it? Oh, we're eating possum. And it doesn't look like possum because it looks like an animal with a beak on it. I'm like, do possums have beaks? It looks like you're eating a buzzard, not a possum. Then it cuts to this random scene of a guy playing pool, listening to country music, some really shitty sounding country music. This alien is going after the zombie, and I swear it sounds like the radio farted as the zombie is stumbling, like trying to get to the girl, and has a face mask that looks like an alien. And I guess he's a fan of Darth Vader or the breather from Student Bodies, just like. And it's all shot day for night, and Bear hugs the lady. It pretty much kisses her neck, and you hear, it sounds like snoring. So instead of sleepwalking or sleep fucking, it's sleep killing. She sleep killed the girl to death. And didn't even kill her, just kissed her on the neck and snored her to death. Death by Hickey? So it was death by Hickey? There's one moment where they're looking at a body, and it obviously looks like a dummy. It looks like Raggedy Ann on the fucking thing. This red, bright red. And that's where, like, the wannabe Big Boss Man tries to twirl his club and failed and then try to play it cool. They needed the Big Boss Man, the real Big Boss Man. And even, like, during that scene, he's like, I'm going to investigate the swamp. And I'm like, I think he was going to say swamp. He's like, I'm going to investigate the swamp. And then before he could finish, it cuts to black. He got cut off in the middle of his fucking sentence. Then it cuts to this band that looked bored playing. I couldn't tell it was them singing because it wasn't rhyming to the, it looked like it was fucking dubbed. Was this an Italian movie? It cuts this old couple, this old woman with this frying pan. I love that she's looking for a man, and like there's an axe, and she's walking clear by it, and she walks as if he's going to be right behind this axe on a log, and she's like, oh, he's not there. Where are you? Like, it took you to walk that far until you realized there was no one there, and then her old man comes out of the shitter and gives him like the softest love tap on the ass to get him to chop wood. And then a bunch of zombies, including one girl that looks like Sherry Moon Zombie from fucking Halloween 2, comes out. And they have random sludge on their face. And they kill this guy, and I guess he's in half. Pretty much just laying down, and the bottom half is covered with leaves. That's really all it is to it. I love that the zombie, there's like a pitchfork, and the zombie's supposed to get the pitchfork, but literally it's doing this, like, oh, there's the pitchfork. Like, literally, that's what it's like. And then gets the pitchfork and stabs the woman, but when I say stabbed, I mean, like, the woman goes, oh, and then it cuts down, and the pitchfork was already there. Let's see. And then you get some really loud chewing when they're eating them and redneck music. That's a great pair. You have the wannabe Big Boss Man talking with this girl at this, I guess, store, but it looked like a carnival, but kind of a fair. And he's like going to go, oh, we're a nice pair. Pair of what? Paraplegic. And then the girl keeps looking at the camera and laughing. She does this at least 2 or 3 times. Like talking to the guy and listening to him. Yeah, and then like at the end of the scene, it's like, it's, even I've never directed anything before, but if you give me $12,000, I would not have a scene where someone's looking at the camera. Sometimes it's just common sense. And again, Fred Olen Ray, I like this film. What pissed me off is this film's not on DVD. But this film has a 25th anniversary DVD. I wouldn't be surprised if it had a Blu-ray. But this is not on DVD. At least give me a DVD-R with a great picture quality. I mean, I have one, but I don't know how long it'll last. It's not going to last forever. But again, the only time is a VHS overseas and fucking put the money to that one, not this one. I guess he did because it's pretty much his first full-length movie. If you want to think full-length is an hour and 14 minutes. What else happens? You have your 2 leads on the boat. You have 2 zombies getting out their head out of the water. And the female zombie looks at the camera twice. Like literally, there's a female zombie like right here that pops out of the water. And then she, throughout the scene, twice she looks at the camera. And then she looks at the camera again. And he's like, oh, am I supposed to go down? Like, she doesn't say it, but she's like, oh. And goes down. Oh my god. I mean, I will admit some of this was kind of making me chuckle. But this movie's not supposed to be a comedy. It's not. It's just like, you gotta be kidding me. Buster Crabbe has nothing to do. He's just a dumb redneck sheriff who thinks it's gators doing it and nothing else. You have some 2 redneck guys on a boat saying, "You dumb turd, ain't no nuns around here. We're looking for that renegade gator." I'm like, renegade gator? What, is it pink and floating down, whistling fucking Barbra Streisand stuff? I mean, oh, renegade gator. I get what you mean. But yeah, the guy fell and then faded black before the guy died. He fell off and the movie cut before he died. And I'm like, is the guy dead? I guess he's dead. Did he die from fade out? He died from fade out. Yeah, some people trying to talk and the music's drowning them out. And this woman telling a story about his fell on the sky. In a boat. You have this one girl, you do see some tits from very far away. They're itty-bitty tits, shot all the way from Cincinnati. And it might as well look like she's in... It might as well be a fucking clip. Creature from the black latrine. Because the whole fucking lake looks black as shit. Creature from the Black Latrine, which is where this movie goes. And the wannabe Big Boss Man is a perv, is looking, and this goes on for way too fucking long. And then he heads out, then the naked girl gets killed. Pretty much the zombie grabs her to death. Then this one guy, random guy's driving with looks like a Where's Waldo shirt on. And he gets killed because the zombies grope him to death. The girl attacks one zombie with a hairpin. It looks like one of those plastic hairpins that somehow got stuck in the zombie. And then she gets killed. You have one female zombie licking a fake hand. And the girl's like spitting up this barbecue sauce. Like, I'm like, okay, you could die already, lady. You have a group of people trying to talk, but the fucking dogs keep barking. Then they talk to this lady who did see, and that there's this houseboat, and for a little bit of lengthy time, you just see people on the houseboat drinking beer, smoking weed, and country music. There's light from the sky. One guy walks in the water, and immediately when he walks in the water, he becomes a zombie. And then the girl who survived looks at our lead, Shawn Michaels, the girl, Shawn Michaels, and this guy who's like a game warden. I'm like, a game warden? Isn't a game warden usually with lions and tigers and bears? Oh my. Is there usually game wardens? I guess. I don't know. I don't. Just weird. He's a game warden. And the girl turns and her face is like fucked up. Like a little bit of thing here. You have another random girl swimming, but no tits this time. You can see through when the shirt's wet, but nothing. I just like we can only show titties once, although technically see-through shirt. So, and the zombies slowly get her, and pretty much there are three leads. They're talking. They're driving the cut in a truck. Oh, they grabbed the Shawn Michaels' father, Pappy, which is like a crappy version of Wilford Brimley from Hard Target. They're driving the truck, and as they're driving, it abruptly cuts to zombies on a road. And the action, you get Pappy shooting one shotgun blast in a crappy effect. And I believe he died. Not from the crappy effect, but one zombie did some. Then the game warden tries to do Molotov, fucks up, and then when the two leads run, they turn back, and then the zombies have hung the guy, and I'm like, oh, they hang people now? Okay, I guess they hang people now. And all that happens for the finale, the ending, the two get on the boat, the lead reporter shoots one with like a little harpoon. He tries to hit one with a row, like an oar, I should say. He misses by this much, but somehow that hits the zombie. Because it's like here, like imagine zombies here, I'm here, and I swing like this. I swing like this. Huh! You could tell that I didn't hit it. Like, it's this far away. Huh! But then it's like, oh! And by the way, there was an army of zombies. An army of zombies. And they fought 2. But after fighting 2, they sleep in the boat until the next day. And they're still alive. And the sheriff comes up, and I'm like, is this the ending of Friday the 13th? Wait a minute. People on the boat, sleeping, tired. A cop comes up, comes out, calling to them. They're kind of groggily. Is Jason going to show up? Although technically a dead person does show up, jump out of the water. I'm like, fuck, this is the same as Friday the 13th? What? But think about that. There was an army of zombies. They fought at most 2. 2. And they're sleeping in the boat as if everything's fine. And the sheriff comes out. Oh, you damn reporters are strange. And there cuts to, it's not even the same location. A zombie we saw get out of the water earlier in the film rises up and then freeze frame and then a long-ass ending credits. Like, by the time it gets to the end credits, it literally stays on the still picture of the zombie for like a good 40 seconds. It's like, wait. Not yet. We need this to be an hour and 14 minutes. We're not there. We're not there. Wait. We're not there. We're not there. Wait. A little bit more. Oh, okay. And it's not even an ending. Like, there's still 30 zombies, 40 zombies out there. Why are these two... the female Shawn Michaels and this reporter guy relaxing in a fucking boat? What happened to the other 30 zombies? Was there an ending that they never shot? Was there an ending that they never got to? Was there an ending like, yeah, we're going to destroy the zombies and burn them? No. Or a posse comes and blows them away? No. You still got 30, 40 zombies there, and the movie like makes you want to forget, makes you think you forgot that. Like these two dipshits in the boat did. So it's not even an ending. It doesn't even end. It just stops. So he's not even an alien. It just stops. And that's fucking the alien dead fuck. And the computer don't lie. I mean, yeah, I know it seems harsh, making fun of a movie that's only $12,000 budget. But it's still not a good movie. I can't think of anything good. Yeah, I got a couple chuckles. And it was about 10, 15 minutes less than Alien 2. But just incompetent. Incompetent in his editing and his lighting day for night, and it's awkward cutting when someone's in the middle of a sentence, and it's non-ending where it just stops and the 30-some zombies just go unaccounted for, and our leads are just in a boat as if there's nothing left. The terrible acting, the terrible directing, the terrible music that sounds like either Casio getting raped or a cat just walking up and down drunk on a fucking piano or keyboard. $12,000 budget. What do you think the special effects going to be like? Buster Crab just being a redneck asshole named Kowalski, a wannabe big boss man, a redneck girl named Shawn Michaels. I mean, I think I'm selling this movie more. Who knows? Maybe some people will get enjoyment out of it to laugh at with a bunch of people and some brewskis. I think that's the way I could get through, was with a buddy of mine, but it's still a fucking bad movie. Is it the worst movie I've ever seen? I still say Feeders and Feeders 2 are the worst movies I've ever seen. Howling 7 I would say is worse, because that one was just even more mind-numbingly boring to me with its stupid fart jokes and stuff. This is still not a good movie at all. It's still a horrendous film. But yeah, I've seen worse, but it's a pretty damn terrible movie. Oh my god. Again, I would still say Alien 2 is worse. Yeah, I just found that even more insufferably boring. But this one's just incompetent and just really like a student film. Really, what's this? Is a $12,000 student movie. I don't even know if I could say student movie. I would just say a $12,000 got with friends and fucked around movie. So, take that for what you will with the Alien Dead. By the way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.